Now that we have covered the basics, then we can look at the strategy. So there are 3 strategies that I'm proposing that will help you get the results that you want. And you realize that traditionally, all of you already have one funnel, and that is your sales funnel, right? So if you look on the left-hand side, this is the funnel that you already have before you come to Epic, right? You have your warm market, you do your roadshow, you do your cold call, or you do your referrals, right? And then you have this bunch of people, and then you have a sales process that get them to buy something from you. All of you have that already. And some of you with this sales funnel, you already got your first MDRT, but then you came to me, right? And when you come to me, it's not because you want to improve this funnel, but it's because you want to create 3 other streams of leads for yourself. Would you agree? You're not here just to get more leads out here. All right. I mean, we can teach you how to get more referrals, but eventually everybody has, I mean, this is overthought already. If you don't know, just go YouTube, right? There's enough information over here to teach you how to get more leads from these 4 traditional methods, right? So I'm not interested to help you get more leads in this sales process. What I'm interested in to help you double down next year, 2023, is these 3 funnels here. Because you think about it, to get one MDRT is one funnel, let's say, right? So if you open up 3 other new funnels for yourself, then obviously you're going to get 3 more sets of leads, right? So you could easily get a COT from here, right? Or, a social funnel, if you work with the high net worth market, could already get you your TOT as well. So in 2023, I'd like you to focus on one strategy. Not all 3, because in Epic this year was that you all learned everything, but next year is the implementation year for most of you. So you really want to focus and double down. So now I'm going to share with you the strategy in general, the pros and the cons of each strategy, and who I think should use which strategy. Now, let's first talk about the social funnel. I just want to say that next year is a year 7. It's a networking year. So networking is going to be a very big thing in 2023. If you are an extrovert, if you are accessing affluent markets, mass affluent market, or even the high net worth market, you definitely want to consider a social funnel, right? What is a social funnel? A social funnel essentially means that at the top of the funnel, you are attending events, you are creating your own events, you're expanding your own network, making a lot of friends over here. Your sales process is to first meet them for a social appointment to get to know them. And then during the social appointment, you will insert your knowledge about insurance or real estate, and then you convert that into a sales appointment. Very often, if enough trust is built during your social appointment, they would already ask you a little bit about your work that you do, right? So the social funnel, it's one of the easiest way for you to get business. And you can scale it on social media simply because every time you're documenting your events, you're essentially promoting your events to more people, and more people would now reach out to you to say, let's hang out, let's meet up more. All right. So this funnel would be very powerful. If you're an extrovert, if you love making friends, you learn networking, and you want to access the higher value markets, then this will be a very important strategy. But the skill that you need to pick up is obviously people skills. That means in 2023, under growth bucket, you need to really work on your people skills, because if you lack people skills, you lack charisma, you lack your ability to have conversations with people, you cannot tell stories, right? Then it's very hard to influence them to meet you for a sales appointment and to close them. So that's the social funnel. Now, authority funnel is very good for those of you who in 2023, you want to actually deepen your technical knowledge. That means you feel that you are somebody that loves learning and you love teaching. All right. So if you love networking and just having fun and making friends, the social funnel will be absolutely fantastic for you. Now, is it scalable? Well, it still requires a lot of your high touch effort, but it can later on be scalable once you build your community. But for authority funnel, it is immediately scalable, because you are leveraging on content as a way to reach out to your leads. So authority funnel will be fantastic if you are someone with very deep knowledge and you have the intention to establish yourself as an authority. I don't know if you watched this video a few weeks ago. I shared with you before. I shared in Instagram that if 2022 is a year of personal branding, then 2023 is going to be a year of authority building. Why? Because in 2022, everybody started realizing the importance of social media, and people are starting to distinguish themselves and differentiate themselves on social media. So that's branding, right? But if everybody start to do that, then in 2023, what's the USP? What's the uniqueness? Well, it's no longer about whether you are on social media. It's no longer about whether you are attractive, do I like you? But it's also about, do you have the authority? Do you have the knowledge? Do you have the technical skills to really help me solve problems? People need to feel like you are an authority. So the authority funnel becomes very important for next year. If that's the direction you want to go, you want to become a teacher, not a networker. Okay. So what do you need to do? Obviously, you need to create a lot of short form content, which is your Reels. You have potential to create long form content as well, which is either webinars, seminars, or YouTube videos, right? But I will recommend short form content online, long form content offline, which is webinars and seminars. And then live stream is something that I'd like you to consider as well. Live stream is a reverse networking. You know how in networking, right? You have to go to a networking place and filter out the people. But when you do live stream, the social media platform filter people for you. You just stay in the room. The right people will come and be attracted to you. The wrong people will just drop out of the room. All right. So whoever stay are the people that are supposed to hang out with you. So it's a reverse, right? So I kind of like it. So I always think that live stream is like reverse networking. So if you are going to work on your authority, then these are the 3 areas you need to do well in. Your short form Reels got to be good, get you the feed, the leads. Your long form content gets you the conversion. Your live stream helps you build trust, right? Sales process remains the same, right? It's the sales process. So last year we spent a lot of time talking about sales process. Sales process is you need to be able to track the number of sales appointments you have, all right? And then once these sales appointments are in your Calendarly, and then you meet them for a sales appointment, you follow the virtual selling strategy that I've taught you, or you follow the sales strategy I taught you to close, and then you ask them for a referral, you collect testimonials, right? So that's the sales process. So you make sure you set appointments automatically without having to waste your time, right? Using Calendarly, making sure you follow my presentation strategy, and then making sure you ask for referrals, ask for testimonials, right? That's the whole process. So if you look that process, then obviously your sales process is really taking care of it. It's the same sales process, right? But what the leads coming in comes from a different place. Now, again, for this one, you need to work on your communication skills. So your writing skills, your public speaking skills, your storytelling skills become very, 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 very important. Okay. Now, finally, the last one that's also available to you guys is a marketing funnel. From what I understand right now, I'm working very closely with Paisia to work on that funnel. So what is a marketing funnel? A marketing funnel is where you're very clear about who's your target audience, and you create this thing called a lead magnet. A lead magnet is something that your target market wants, all right? It will help them solve an immediate problem. So in Paisia's case, is an education calculator. So she created it, she programmed it, and she's going to give it out to all the mummies. Then when the mummies receive the link, they will end up on her landing page, which is like a website, right? That explains the value of the calculator. They will go through the entire process. At the end of the education calculator, there will be a video that will entice them to get on a one-to-one call with Paisia, right? So that's the sales, that's the what we call the conversion, right? And then we're going to run ads to get as many people to look at her education calculator. Again, when these people meet her for an appointment, the sales process remains the same. Calendarly to set appointment, do the entire presentation based on how I've taught you, and then ask for referrals, collect testimonials, share on Instagram, look back, the whole thing again. All right. So what do you need? You need marketing skills. You need to know how to create lead magnets. You need to be good at copywriting, and you need to know how to run ads and optimize ads. So these are 3 different sets of skills. The good thing is, if you're with me, Epic this year, we have already covered all to certain degrees. So you can actually refer to the lessons. But I think today is very important for you to start deciding, which is the funnel that you want to focus on. My recommendation is, for every quarter, you focus on one funnel. Don't try to switch around because we are not very good in multitasking. So to all the new Epic Stars next year, the plan is very straightforward. Once you decided on the funnel, for the 3 months, we're going to work on a funnel until you get the results before we move to the next funnel. So you get, if you are here for a year, you absolutely get to work on all 3 funnels, right? If you're here for 6 months, you get to work on at least 2 funnels, right? So you still get to have 2 new streams of leads that come to you, to come to your business, all right? And those of you who are graduate, which is majority of you, you have already learned all 3. The question now is you want to decide for yourself in the coming Q1 2023, which is the funnel that you want to double down on and you focus on, right? Now, once you, in fact, why not you let me know that first, then I'll show you the worksheets. So can you let me know now, like what is the funnel that you want to work on in 2023, in Q1, January to March? Which funnel you want to focus on? Is it the social funnel, the authority funnel, or the marketing funnel? Elijah is authority, social, authority, definitely lead magnet, of course. Tritsy, authority, marketing. Isaac, authority. Okay, good. Got it. And the rest of you, if you I'm still waiting for your answer. Okay, got it. It's all coming up. Okay, got it. Now, so based on the funnel that you want, you will then go into my worksheet, which is over here, the same worksheet, 13 pages worksheet. If you are building your social funnel, you will fill up page 5. Okay, you just need to fill up this page 5. You'll be able to execute a social funnel. All the new Epic Stars, I will teach you how to do it when I meet you. If you are working on your authority funnel, then it's page 6. You have to fill up page 6. Okay. Now, this direct messages is essentially what I've taught you in the past. Like, because either way, whether it's a social funnel or authority funnel, you still need to DM them for sales appointments. And the way to create your DMs is by first understanding why they buy from you in the first place. All right. So once you created the why they buy from you, you'll be able to then create the personalized DM message. Okay. What else? Now, if you want to work on your marketing funnel, which is like page here, then you need to go through this thought process. Okay. This is the worksheet. And by the way, every one of them I actually identified skills you need to master. So if you this year, 2023, Q1, you want to focus on your social, then you want to make sure that you spend time improving this set of skills. Connecting skills, charisma, storytelling, persuasion, relationship building, collaboration, learning how to work with people. If you want to work on your authority, then you need to work on your communication skills, like your scripting, knowing how to choose the right hooks, creating the content and the CTA, storytelling, deepening your technical knowledge. I think this is important because if you don't deepen your technical knowledge, then your authority content is not much of an authority content. Creativity, video editing, live streaming, public speaking. If you're working on your marketing, then it's this set of skills, especially copywriting. Okay, so again, this all ties back to your growth bucket again. So depending on what goals you set for yourself, then you modify your growth bucket accordingly. Okay, now, and let me pause this for a bit. Okay, so now that we have done that part, I have a final portion that I want to share with you. Okay, so if you spend the next 3 months working on your funnel, okay, then you will start to see, and by the way, the worksheet itself will have the calculations, exactly how many leads you need to have, how many social appointments you need to have. Or authority funnel is how many leads you need to have, and then how many sales you need, that you work backwards. Okay, so for each of them, there is a table for you to calculate the number. So you count your MDRT log or your COT depending on what you want. Right. So obviously, if you want to get your COT, for example, which is you probably need 3 times of a social funnel, or you may want to activate all 3 within the year. Right. That could be one way to start thinking about how to hit your goals. So where was I? Okay. So every funnel will help you to obviously get your customers, right? Which is this very precious group of people over here. Customers. It is extremely important that you must also have a customer engagement strategy so that this customer base grow by referrals and introductions. So one of the mistakes that we make is we don't spend enough time engaging this bunch of people. So that's one part that we want to work on. The other part that you want to work on is this part here, community. Can someone explain to me, all right, you see over here, all these that come in are customers, right? So my question is, where did this community come from? Customers is this group, then community is where? Can someone put it in the chat box? Where does the community come from? How come suddenly community is bigger than customers? See if you understand this drawing. Anyone? Very good. All funnels combined. Now, yes. You see here, let's think about it. Let's say you have 10 people that you met at an event, and eventually 3 of them, meet you for an appointment, and 1 became your customer. How many end up in your community? Someone write the number down for me. If I got 10 people I meet at an event, lead to 3 appointments, and I close 1. 1 become my customer. How many end up becoming my community? Number? 10? Okay. Yeah, actually, you're right. It should be 10, right? Because you also included the customer. Okay, if you say 9, I also think you're right. Because 1 belongs to the customer here, 9 belongs to the community. Add up together, it's still 10, right? So what I'm trying to say is this, that one of the areas that needs to improve in 2023 is that every person that touch base with you, either through a social funnel, an authority funnel, or marketing funnel, you want to also have a way to keep engaging them until they become your customer, so that you don't have to keep worrying about putting more people into the social funnel. You have actually 3 ways to grow your business, right? Let me draw it up. Let me use rate. You see, one way is to keep putting more people into the funnel. The other way is to keep engaging your customers so that they give you more referrals. Or another way is to keep engaging your community so that they give you more customers. So they end up becoming your customer. That's all you need to do. So you can focus on one funnel and still get your COT if you work on this, bringing people into your funnel, engaging customers, and engaging people who did not become your customers. That's your community. If you just do that, you can also hit your goals. So we actually technically left a lot of money at the table because we did not really spend time on it. So just now, if you see the 2023 game plan, section 1 is about knowing yourself. 2 is knowing your market. 3 is knowing your platform. So we'll be working on these 3 fundamentals. 4 is your social funnel strategy. 5 is your authority funnel. 6 is your marketing funnel. 7 is going to be your engagement strategy for customers. And 8 is going to be engagement strategy for community. So all of you need to work on 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Or 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. Or 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. You need to do that. The 1, 2, 3, you work it one time only. Once you get it done and over with, you're done already. Then your effort will be 4, 5, or 6. Are you all getting me now, guys? So you need to constantly look at this map so you know where you are at. Right? And how you know whether you're doing well is when you start to get customers entering, you start to get customers from that funnel, right? They tell you, say, oh, they came from you attending one of those events, or you creating your own events, or they came from one of your content, or they came from one of your lead magnets. Once you start doing any of these things correctly, you end up getting customers. But if you don't have an engagement strategy here, your customer base don't grow. And all the people that didn't buy doesn't mean that they will not buy eventually. They might eventually still buy. You just need to engage them further. Because according to ZMOD, the 0 moment of truth, a customer becomes a customer after 11 touch points with you, right? So we need to create those multiple touch points. So if you understand that, then you understand section 8 and section 7 and section 8. So let me show you how it looks like. Again, it's in the document here, right? Now here. Section 7, okay? So section 7 is about private community. So it's about building your community. That means all the people that did not end up becoming your customers, but they went through your funnel, right? Through your social funnel, authority funnel, or marketing funnel, you need to engage them, right? So IB asked the question, what and how can we engage? There you go. IB, the action plan is here in page 10 under section 7. So first thing first, your community will definitely belong to a certain market one, right? Because at the beginning, we already shared with you, you need to get your market right. Once you get your market right, then everything is working around the market. So you need to have a mission statement for your community, and then you need to have a value proposition for your community. You either give them knowledge, network, giveaways. These are the 3 things you want to provide. And every month, you have a chance to announce things from the company as well. Those of you who are new, don't worry. This is something I covered early this year for the Epic batches. If this is new to you, I will be teaching you separately. Okay, so don't worry if you feel that this is very new to you. But if you are from batch 1 to batch 6, then this is nothing new to you. We have covered that already. It's under lesson 15 to 17 of your community building this year. All right, and then your frequency is once you decide the value, you want to decide the frequency. My recommendation is to engage your community, at least once a month. But eventually, you want to be able to engage them at least once a week, right? Very similar. It's essentially, it could be as simple as a broadcast kind of messaging, right? And then other things like identify a goal, getting your members involved, deciding which platform to build your community. All that has been covered before already. So please go back to lesson 15 and 17, 15, 16, 17 to figure out how to build your community and how to engage your community. So the engagement comes from value proposition and the frequency. Okay, so it could be like week 1, I will always share insights. Week 2, I will do a member spotlight. Week 3, I'll do an online meetup. Week 4, I will do a company offer. Right, it could be something like that. So you can engage them every single week. I even taught you how to communicate to them, to invite them to join your community as well. So please look at the training. Now, the last part here is client engagement. I think this is super duper important. It costs a lot more money to acquire a new customer. It costs a lot more effort on your end to acquire a new customer. So the smart thing to do is to keep engaging your existing to grow that market. Because if you're not prospecting your customers, someone else is prospecting them. So in this section, I'd like you to think about how to engage your customers and turn them into your raving fans. At the very least, you want to engage them at least 4 times a year. All right. So I already suggested to you, birthdays, definitely one of the ways to engage them. Client appreciation, at least once a year, do one client appreciation. Already tell them that every year you reach out to them to review their policies and upgrade their financial plans. And then finally, every year, one time, you'll tell them about a new company product launch. So if you follow this plan, you will already be engaging them 4 times a year. All right. But if you want 11 touch points, then I'd like you to really think a little bit further. So my exercise for all of you is this. From this year onwards, reflect, okay? Think about all the brands that have given you a damn good experience, a damn good memory. Right, so think about, the food brands, think about the movie brand, think about your clothes brand, whatever brands that you have interacted with. Right, think about the brands, what have they done for you? And then put down there, what is it they've done? And then how can you model this for your client? So for example, I'll give you an example. There was this mee pok brand. I remember last year, I had COVID, right? It was quite bad. And somehow I wanted to order a bowl of mee pok from this company called Jofa Mee Pok. And then they found out that I was having COVID and they say, hey, Eric, you know what? Don't worry about, I know you're sick. Let's send you a hot piping bowl of mee pok. It's on us. And the founder actually personally delivered to my place. All right. So it's just a simple $3 noodle, right? But it's something that I remembered and I'm telling you about it because they delivered something at the right time. They delivered when I was sick. Another brand that did the same thing was Speed Dog because I had a dengue scare, I think about 3 to 4 months ago. And I was sharing on social media and immediately the one of the co-founders called me and said, let us send a doctor. It's on us. You don't have to pay. I'm not saying that only free then is good. Okay. But I'm saying that they were very nice to tell me I don't want to pay and they really arranged everything. So therefore, one of the things I can model next time is I will follow all my customers on social media. Whenever they are sick or whenever there is something bad that happens in their life, I will be there for them. You get it now? All right. So you model after a brand that did something nice for you, and you break it down and ask yourself, what is it that they do that make you talk about them so positively? And then you ask yourself, how can I also do it for my own customers? And then you put it over here. And all this become more ideas that you can have to engage your customers in 2023. Because let's just say this, okay? Customer experience, it's going to be a very, very important aspect of 2023. Think about it. Competition is intensifying. People are, a lot more protective about the money that they spend, right? But yet, at the same time, people are willing to spend money on experiences and memories because we realize that COVID has stolen away a lot of our memories, right? So if you are able to give people good experiences that allow them to talk greatly about you, that's when you're going to get a lot of business. Okay, don't forget, guys, you are still selling a promise. You're selling something invisible. Whenever you're selling something invisible, you better add on a lot more value so that they feel that what you sell is tangible and valuable. So experiences is going to be a keyword that you'll hear me talk a lot about next year. All right. And you can find it in section 8 under page 11. All right. Over here, you can think about what are some of the cool experiences you can have, which is also the reason why I ask you to have more experiences, because the more experiences you have, the more ideas you will have on how to give other people great experiences. Okay. Got it? Now, so I know there's a lot that we have covered today. And it's intentional to be an info download because I want you guys to really start thinking about what to focus on 2023. So here's the game plan. Okay, number one, be very clear about how many customers that you want to have, and then once you're very clear about how many customers you want to have in 2023 and how much commission you want to make, you kind of get a sense of your game plan already. Okay, so set your goal clearly first. Now, then number two is make sure you work on the fundamentals. Take some time this week, to get clear of 1, 2, and 3 at least. Right? Yeah, that's the fundamentals. Because if anything goes wrong later on with your funnels, it usually goes back to either you're not knowing yourself very well, you're not putting the best of yourself on socials, or you don't know your market well, you're actually going after the wrong market. Or you don't understand the social media platform well, so you're not performing on that platform. So please make sure you get these 3 things right. Okay, next, then you decide on a strategy. If you already decided on the strategy, then very simple. Because once you go into the strategy, you'll be calculating the numbers already. So say, for example, you said that you want, let's say you want 60 new customers in 2023. Then obviously the social funnel is going to help you generate 60. But if you're going by a quarter, so 60 divided by 4 is 15. So you need to make sure your social funnel can generate 15 quality customers for you, paying you at least $1,000 or $2,000. If they're affluent, maybe $2,000 or $3,000. So once you have that plan in mind, 15, you use my game plan. I will work backwards for you, and you will be able to calculate how many new friends you need to make every month. Are you clear? So once you calculate that, then obviously you just got to focus on making new friends and making sure that you can convert them through your skills. But if you're going authority funnel, that's a little bit different. Authority is all about, how many views you get, and then out of the views, how many leads that you get. So I've already calculated for you how many clicks you need to get. Right. So you refer to the game plan, you'll be able to work backwards and count. Okay. Now, and then finally, once you get 4, 5, and 6, pick up 4, 5, and 6. Make sure that you have a basic engagement plan for your customers. Don't neglect them. And make sure you stand by your community engagement plan. Keep it simple, right? The whole idea is for people who don't buy from you, you still want to keep in touch with them. That's all, right? Sometimes when I call it community, it scares the shit out of you. You felt like you have to give your life away. You don't have to. It could be all the people that need buy from you, at least once a month, I want to engage with them. I want to do something for them. That could be your simple way of engaging them. Okay, so once you get that, then you have your 2023 game plan already.